Kicking it off with Sinners too, 2026. What's up, people? How's it going? We're back. Horror Search 30 is finally back after a little hiatus, but we're here for the 8-year anniversary. That's one. We're
Happy
here to talk.
anniversary.
Happy Annie.
Appreciate it.
Happy Annie.
Yeah, can we
Happy
just take a
anniversary.
moment? That's an hell of an achievement. 8 years to these
Yeah.
guys. Sturdy, congratulations. That's all. 580 episodes, dude.
That's
Yes.
insane. I was on 500. Remember that?
Yeah.
Is that when you first
That
came?
was like amazing.
Is that the first
Um,
episode you came? Because me and Mick were talking about that the other day. We wanted to figure out what episode it was that you came. Holy shit.
And I was like, just like totally like, oh my God, I'm part of this person's 500th episode. And you're just very nonchalant about it. Like, yeah, I'm like, it's...
You know what it is, Trevor, is like for anniversaries and then for like the 100ths or the 50ths, I always in the back of my mind, I'm like, I should do something. But it's always like, I'll think of it ahead of time, right? And as it gets closer, I think about doing something less and less. I'm like, I just gotta get ready for the show. And then like the day of or the day before, I'm like, damn, I should have did something or got something. But I'm like, it's way too late to start planning now. So one of these days, I'm going to do something for either episode. Well, we're at 580 now, so let's say 600 or year 9. One or the other. One or the other. I'm gonna actually do something. I don't know what yet, but I am happy to be here for like 8 years, and like it's cool. Just all the things you learn through this. Like I'm not even gonna say the downs. I'm gonna say all the things you learn through this.
All the
and
people
The
you
commitment and follow through of 8 fucking years, man.
It's
That's
it's a
amazing.
long time. 8 years of this, but I was just thinking about it the other day too. I'm
8 years of anything, man. Yeah.
8 years of this, fucking all the years of just watching movies in general.
Mhm.
Don't look at James if you're epileptic.
Just
because, like-
don't look at
Whoa,
me.
it is flashing.
Just thinking of like starting this journey as far as film, especially with the horror stuff. And I'm 40 now, so since I was about 5 years old, so it's like watching this type of shit for 35 freaking years is a long time, and then to make a show about it going on for 8 years is another long time and a dope feat. And I'm just like, just for those of you that want to do shows, do it. That's all I'm gonna say is do it and stick with it. Don't give. If you really want to do it, you really have a passion for it, go for it. If not, don't waste your time. If you're doing it for the views and the money and the clicks and all that stupid shit, don't waste your time. If you're doing it for a true passion, all that other stuff comes, go for it. Really go for it.
Those are extremely wise words.
Because
And that's something that, what you said should be taken into account by anybody who says, hey, I want to start a podcast. Because, that it's a frightening thing to be consistent. Yeah. And you've done it. You've been doing it. You've been doing it on multiple shows. You've really just like, you pop at social media. This is, I know you're not, but this is reason to celebrate. So
I appreciate it. I really do. Like when I say that, I really do love doing this stuff. It's why I do so many damn shows and like shit over on Popcorn and Pints, where we're taking a huge turn this year, which is going to be fun as hell and amazing. And I can't wait for you guys to see what's coming on there. If you guys are paying attention to the schedules popping out, we got a lot going on, and we got a lot of dope stuff going on this year on Horror Research 30. So I'm excited for the ride. I'm excited for another year run of this and seeing what's going on, seeing what we learn, seeing what comes by, seeing what comes on the radar, seeing what movie. I want to see what movie this year, because we're reviewing a lot of movies from last year, but I want to see what movie from last year, or just what movie, even from this year, that really, really gets under my skin. You guys know every year, it's just something, because it's cool to figure out like what your favorite movie is for the year. It's cool to figure out what the best movie is for the year, but I need to know that movie that's just gonna be like, oh my gosh.
That's not fair, dude. You only review horror, though. I mean, I can give you plenty of non-horror movies.
No. I'm talking in the horror. I'm talking in the horror realm. Plus, we're touching more on Popcorn and Pints, but I'm talking more so in the horror realm. And then, of course, on Popcorn and Pints, like I said, because it's like It's just fun at times for me when it comes to bad horror movie. I can't say about all film, but when it comes to like a bad horror movie, there's just something that feels good at times, not always, because there's those blood lakes out there that just feel sicky. But there's those ones that you just throw on, and you're just like, man, how could I not watch this? How can I not have fun with this movie? And I want to find that as well. But I really want to find one that just irks me this year. I really want to find a horror movie that irks me. That's a newer horror movie, and one that really pisses off the rest of the crew as well. Because why not?
Gives me a reason to watch more new movies.
Yeah.
To find the ones that I think are going to leave a lasting impression on you.
With 8 years though, I feel like you guys need to tell us, out of all the movies you and James have reviewed on this show, can you give us 2 or 3 movies that you think we should definitely check out?
Definitely check out.
I'm gonna kick it off with the one we're talking about tonight. I'm gonna say Sinners is a film I feel like you should definitely check out if you're into not just horror, but just someone who really, really loves movies. This is something that really tells an awesome story in so many different ways. Just the music alone tells a fucking beautiful story. Just the music alone tells a story within a story, and each kind of like when they're showing the spot, when they're singing and dancing in the spot, and they're showing different like cultures with the dance and different eras of music. I thought that was just a dope vibe, telling so many. Just that alone, you should check this movie out. Sinners is one you should definitely check out. Another one I'll say. Let me think. I have it. I had it at the tip of my tongue.
I'll say Weapons. Weapons was good.
Weapons?
Yeah.
Okay.
8 years of some of the most insane.
Oh, okay.
Craziest movies.
You didn't say insane and crazy.
I got
I'm
one.
just saying in general.
I got one.
What?
The Greasy Strangler. Everybody watch it.
That's a fun one that's just right out of left field. That's a weird one. That's a strange one. You guys know I'm gonna say Thanksgiving, but it's not that time. You watch that around November. Thanksgiving is something I'm still gonna say. Check it out. It's ridiculous. It's not the best movie in the world. It's a wonderful holiday movie. You should watch with the family. Why not? But the Greasy Strangler, holy shit, James. That's
you tell me to watch at least once a week the Sadness or whatever it is.
Yes. I was getting to that next. The Sadness. If you like just a crazy, ridiculous, violent, wild movie from beginning to end, check out The Sadness.
Yeah,
I believe it's a Korean horror film, if I'm not mistaken.
That was a fucking good find.
I'm so happy we found that one.
Thank you for 8 years, guys. Thank you.
Yes.
I can't wait for 8 more. This was fun. This was fun as hell.
Welcome to the series finale.
Yep.
Series finale.
This is the last episode.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him either. This is the first of 2026. And you're gonna be in for a fun ride. You're gonna be in for a really, really, really fun ride.
Nice.
But let's kick it off with this film right here, Sinners. Got you guys here. Now, was this anybody's first time watch? Trevor, what did you think of it?
Let me think about this a second. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
yes.
I want to thank you yet again. I don't really get super duper excited about a lot of newer stuff, and there's so much older that's being put out there. I don't necessarily run to see new movies, and this is one that has been on my radar for so damn long. And I'm finally like, okay, I can watch this. And it just wasn't the best horror film of last year that I have seen. And I've seen other ones, but one of the best films. And also one of the most meaningful films, especially right now, that I saw that was in a major theater. So in short, I feel this is a contemporary horror masterpiece. And yeah, it was spectacular.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice. How about you, Johnny?
So, this is a term that and Trevor said it. This is a term that that Mick doesn't really like because he feels like it's overused, which is the term masterpiece. But I
don't disagree.
But I'm going to use that term here, but I'm going to use it in the traditional sense. You know, in medieval times, you were a journeyman, and if you wanted to be a master, you needed to find an apprenticeship underneath a master. Then you needed to present a piece to said master, so you can get to the level of master. Now you might say, Johnny, what does this have to do with the movie Sinners? With Ryan Coogler, his mentor was Christopher Nolan. He's the one who taught him how to use these IMAX cameras and how to tell a film like this. He created this film. He presented this film to Nolan. Nolan has even said this film is on the level of Kubrick. He has deemed Coogler a master. So therefore, I would say that this film in totality is his masterpiece and is one of the best movies that came out in the last decade.
Yes, you're right.
I'm on that.
You're right. But it is a term that gets used too often.
Yes, it is. That's why I took it back to the original sense of the word.
I love it. You're absolutely right.
This film, ever since, of course, I'll do research and things like that for movies, but I was like, oh, I'm not going to do any research on this. First time watch, whatever. And I didn't go down the traditional research routes. Like, I dug out all kind of old blues and was listening to it. And then, I started looking into doppelganger theory. And then that led to looking into the population of Irish in Mississippi at that time period. And this movie makes my brain just go...
Yeah.
Because there's so much going on in this movie that, I know I was standing outside for a cigarette and I was like, smokestack lightning, boom, Howlin' Wolf reference. So this is the movie I want to see again and again and again.
Yeah.
This might be a controversial take on this movie, but I think this movie was done, and this is purely speculation, but I think this movie is an answer, a respectful answer. I don't know how else to put it right now, but between filmmakers, a respectful answer to Jordan Peele.
Yes.
Saying because Jordan Peele is an amazing filmmaker. I would not call any of his films masterpieces. Maybe the closest is Get Out.
I would say Get Out because he's got an approval from a master, which was
I loved where you went with it for this one, but I can't subscribe to that for every movie. Because it's because there's always going to be somebody who gave a master performance because Pacino said this about this actor, and and I agree with you on this because Nolan is a master. Get Out is up there. Get Out, I am not saying it's not a masterpiece. I'm just saying I haven't, in my opinion, put it there.
I get it because I give it to Get Out for me personally, but I get it.
But and I get that. I also get the cultural significance of why a fellow movie critic who is black may look at this differently because there is a significance that doesn't speak to me on that level.
Yeah.
Just like this movie, I get that too. A lot of when I say masterpiece goes more into the technical side of it than it does into the impactful side of it because there are people who are impacted by movies where I'm like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
And I'm
that's
talking
what
about
makes it a true masterpiece. It's technically, as a film, how it's shot, the use of music, sound. It's a masterpiece, but also as far as
even to a set dressing and the musical cues and
I will tell you
the grain of cinematography.
I said this in the group chat earlier. I listened to this for the first time, the sixth time watching it, first time in headphones.
Eighth time.
And I realized the true brilliance of the sound design of while they're talking. There are sounds you're missing because you're not in headphones. I'm telling you, and it just hits you so much harder. So that to me is that's where you see on this level, the Kubrick level of masterpieces, because the technical side is so tied in. They're not going to film until it's perfect. The Hitchcocks, the Kubricks, the Nolans, and I put Ryan Coogler up there. He's still young, but he's like he just has that technical prowess.
Because I would say if Nolan was Yoda, Cougar's definitely Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, I won't argue with that. I
think he successfully made a film that if you took Kubrick in his heyday and Spike Lee in his heyday and put them together with a Mario Van Peebles script, you would have this film.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny though.
Mario or Melvin?
Mario. What? Okay. Melvin. Sorry. Yes. Melvin. Mario is Mario the actor.
Yeah.
I disagree. Mario's a pretty good writer himself. He just wrote for his
Jack City.
Well,
it's not.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about Sweetback, level of intense, Melvin versus Mario.
To push back on what you said there, in my opinion, though, Melvin Van Peebles, Mario Van Peebles, not masterpiece filmmakers, by any stretch. But they shouldn't be. But also, and Johnny, how many times have we talked about Spike Lee? Guys, how many times have I talked about Spike Lee? I fucking love Spike Lee. I do not think Spike Lee is a masterpiece filmmaker. I think he's made some masterpiece films.
That's why I said
earlier. It's
that's the difference. But I mean, even then, like, I could make an argument for Inside Man as a masterpiece film. So, and that it did come later. So I think that's where my mind frame is coming from,
I would go with if you're doing Spike's oeuvre, but I'm coming from a black. I'm coming from a black critic. I'm coming from a black critic though. I would say Do the Right Thing and freaking School Days. Those
gotta have
some masterpiece. You gotta have it. So I think
that's some great shit.
I just think he got lazy.
American.
That's a student.
Yeah.
I just think that he's gotten lazy as the older he's gotten.
And I get that. I will never, ever in my life ever agree that a student film is a masterpiece. There's a lot of issues. Beautiful issues for an independent film. Those are the things, like when you watch Clerks, there's so many fucking issues with that movie.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of problems with that movie where the filmmaking, like, he didn't have it down, like, but you could tell there was like he knows how to do it. He can do it. He has not a brilliance, but he has a know-how. He's like,
because I would say without Spike, in my opinion, there would be no John Singleton, there would be no Jordan.
But that's a different argument. You're not talking about masterpiece. These aren't masters. You're talking about that now. It's a cultural.
I feel like he is a master in the fact that he's inspired those other people to become even better filmmakers.
You can't feel out-mastered him. If he was a master, he would be putting out masterful work.
And he has, but he just gotten lazy and was 2000s out.
You can't judge by that because he has put out movies that are genuinely not very good.
Yeah,
I wouldn't call that lazy filmmaking. I would call that filmmaking he is a great filmmaker.
But I would say
I would put him on the level of Steven Spielberg. But I wouldn't call Steven Spielberg a masterful filmmaker.
So then
you would put Steven Spielberg on the same level as Stanley Kubrick. Tell me now.
Who's your master? Is your master only Kubrick, or do you have?
There are other masters of the craft.
Okay,
but they are legitimate. Like,
just give me two or three
of the craft.
Just give me two or three.
No, Steven Spielberg, in my opinion, is not. Martin Scorsese's more in a master class.
Okay. All right, I agree.
I won't argue.
He made some egregious films recently, but yes,
he has. You're right, but I don't call that laziness. I think he changed in his filmmaking. It's not as hungry anymore. It's when Rocky, had all those fights that were nice and easy for him. He wasn't as hungry anymore.
Okay.
I don't.
I can see that.
And I think that happens a lot to filmmakers, but never happened to Kubrick. I don't think it's going to happen to Chris Nolan.
Oh, no.
You may get a movie you don't like out of them.
Yeah.
I'll never say that you have to like everything they make.
Okay.
But,
all right. I'm like, there's some for my taste, there's some missing from Kubrick.
Like what? But by the technical prowess and everything that went into the film.
Because I would say for me, it would be Shining and it would be Eyes Wide.
Or
Those are
what?
Those are the two ones that I don't feel personally.
That's fine.
You know,
but you can't argue that the technicality of filmmaking was like
on the technical level, he's a master, but like
in massive ways with those.
Yeah,
movies.
exactly. So on a technical level, he's like Orson Welles in that. On a technical level, yes, of course.
And AI, the movie AI, not what's around now. The movie
HAL
AI
was the first AI monster, basically.
Yeah.
But if you think about AI, the movie, which was supposed
Spielberg
to be directed by Kubrick, look what Spielberg did with it. It's fine. But do you think that would be the movie if Kubrick directed it?
I find that movie very haunting.
No, it's
that
fine.
is the most haunting work, if you ask me.
And I know we're getting off topic, but like I think Kubrick right now is the new masterpiece filmmaker.
Yes.
Right now. I don't know that there's anybody else. There are people who can get on that level, but I don't see anybody else at this moment. Maybe Denis Villeneuve.
He's kind of going there, but getting a little.
Who?
About Eggers?
Eggers.
Oh, Robert Eggers.
Yeah,
Eggers for sure. I'm with you, Trevor, with Eggers.
Yeah. Eggers, I could see. But who taught him? Because like if based on yours though, Johnny, if it's somebody hands down the reins to him, who is he? Is Eggers who handed it down?
Probably some German expressionists that we don't know.
Nah, see that doesn't count.
probably Werner Herzog.
Fritz Lang.
You look at Italian filmmaking, you look at Japanese filmmaking, you look at filmmaking all over the world. That's so important.
Yeah.
You start as whatever, and then you work up to assistant director, and then you co-direct with Akira Kurosawa or something, and then you can do whatever the hell you want because there's an opening for an A-list film. But you have to do the time.
Yeah.
You're going to be respected within the studios.
Another masterpiece filmmaker, Kurosawa.
But you also have these little independent films that come out. Funeral Parade of Roses is a good example in Japan that is a masterpiece of a particular kind of cinema.
And
I think that needs to be
like Sinners, exactly. And
Sinners is that.
And I can get behind Ryan Coogler as a filmmaker, especially as a masterpiece filmmaker, because a lot of those guys we mentioned, I feel I have the interpretation that they would look down on genre type filmmaking and blockbuster filmmaking. And what I love about Coogler is he feels different, even though he's an auteur, where he embraces big blockbuster filmmaking and genre filmmaking, like making this film. Finding inspiration in Dusk to Dawn.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. It's like, what if Dusk Till Dawn was written for immense meaning?
Exactly.
And like, this is so much better.
And what's crazy is I was telling a lot of people when I first seen this movie that I saw shades of Night of the Living Dead, or George A. Romero film as well. He hasn't mentioned it, but I really feel like, because we're of the same age, so we have public access. So that movie's like on repeat. So I know that inspired me as a filmmaker. So I know that definitely inspired him because we're around the same generation.
I have to bring up your take on the Night of the Living Dead, and that brings me to an actual thesis I have about this film. And I could be completely wrong, but okay. So you have everybody connected with the juke joint and Smoke and Stack and everything, and then you have these three Irish, probably maybe first, maybe second gen, but let's first gen, and they come in with their ballads and everything seems fine, but no, it's not. It's actually a start of a vampire thing. But as there is this beautiful scene in the juke joint when Sam plays, and you see different religions, different dances, different takes, but they then jump to the future, they go to the past, they're one big amoebus thing, which is a shared culture.
Yes.
The Irish, are a villain but they're a villain because white immigrants, their desire was to assimilate.
Yeah.
And immersion, but assimilation is fuck.
Yeah.
So I think the vampires are the lie that assimilation is what we should do. We should just all be alike. We should just this, everything sterile. It's a beautiful way to think about it like everyone does.
Yeah.
So I think it is. I think it's very much a, you know, hey, you guys wanted to assimilate and you want to bring this on us, but no, we have a culture and we have survived this culture for so long. No. So I think that's it. And then the actual enemy is the clan that shows up at the end.
Yeah.
I think you're 100% wrong.
They are completely wrong.
Nope.
They're just
all right,
not right.
Terrible take. Sorry.
Take.
You're usually good at this.
Give me your take.
Okay.
You're usually good at this, but let's be real. Fact of the matter is, not enough white people, and the ones that were there, all bad. What's that about? I'm cracking a joke.
No,
you did it perfectly. You did it perfectly.
No,
I did it at your expense. No, listen, that's a great take. That's a beautiful take. I found myself thinking that very thing because I just finished Pluribus, which is a very hive minds like, and you know, and as I'm watching Remnick and realizing the pain as he's in pain and like how he's in control of everything. And then I didn't catch this the first time I've seen, well, first 5 times I've seen the movie. Towards the end, he says along the lines, you can't kill a vampire or you can't change anything without killing the vampire that killed them.
No, Annie said
I don't know why.
Annie said that basically you have to kill.
Are you sure you know?
Yeah. You kind of fucked me up though a little bit with the quote. No, Annie said that it doesn't work like that, and that you basically have to kill the ones that made them.
Yeah. It doesn't like change them if you kill. You have to like they had to kill Remnick to be able to go after. You have to do one. You have to go after them one at a time. That's what I was alluding to. Based on I couldn't remember exactly what she said. But
best character in the movie, by the way.
Annie.
Yeah, best character in the movie, by the way.
I mean, they're all great. Don't get me wrong, but like when you're that made me realize he fucked me up because you always have to like jump in. But by the time you get to the end and they're with Sammy and he's older now, it made perfect sense that like why he couldn't kill. I never realized that without that little bit of dialogue, why he didn't kill Stack.
No.
Or Smoke, rather.
No, that's not it. Oh, why Smoke couldn't kill Stack?
Stack didn't kill Smoke.
Okay.
That's why he didn't kill him, because like he could kill him, but like, or he could kill Mary, but like that's not going to change anything. It's not going to change him back. It's not going to make it better. So that's why I let him go, and he made him promise to leave Sammy alone.
There's a very important quote in this movie, and it's when the lead Irishman, for lack of a better term, Sam is run into the river, and he comes after him, and he holds him. And does anybody remember what he said?
Oh, the man that told my
stories.
Oh yeah, I want
your
your songs.
songs.
Yeah, that's true.
And if you didn't feel that as a lover of music, oh man, I heard that and it was like.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna go deeper with it. I thought you were going to the baptism when he was saying, "The men that stole my father's land, they forced these words upon me."
Oh, don't get me started on 1932 blues.
Because
to this film.
I wasn't talking about blues. He's talking about the significant element of the Irish.
Well, yeah.
Because to bring up to your theory earlier, what I love the fact that Coogler used a group that was also very much oppressed by the dominant Protestant Anglo-Saxon community in the Irish, and so I love the fact that he kind of used that as a mirror to what they were doing or what they still are doing to black people.
Actually, I looked this up. This is bizarre that I actually did. But in 1932, there was a larger number of Irish because the people who first settled that part of the West were Irish.
Yeah, because they couldn't get work in the East.
Yeah,
exactly. So it also, for where it is in Mississippi, it is the other major culture.
Yeah.
It's outside of the just white.
Yeah.
But they also became sharecroppers too because most Irish couldn't get work.
Mm-hmm. You just mask and you just do it to another person.
They needed to just organize and get money the opposite way, you know, through violence and intimidation and alcohol, and they could have really done something.
Oh, Jesus. Well, I feel like we've talked a lot on the Horror with Sturdy podcast.
Oh yeah, the host, 30 minutes in.
Yeah,
I've
been pretty quiet lately.
On the man's anniversary.
Wow,
I do want to ask really quick, what's everybody's ratings? James, what you got for this?
All right. You know, it's rare, but because how the story was great and how it looked and the acting and everything, I'm actually going to say it's a 10.
Okay, James. Mick?
10.
Trevor?
10.
Johnny?
11.
Final Tap, Rhino reference.
I'm breaking your scale. No, yeah, it's 10. It's perfect.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you guys on that. Like, I remember going to see this movie last year with the theaters, in theaters with the wife, and my brother and sister happened to go see this as well. I heard my sister laughing at some point, but that's besides the point. Like, going to see this movie and just seeing how many people, different cultures, old and young, were really, really locked into this movie. It was a sight to see, because this is one of those type of movies where it's just like, is it gonna be one of those movies where people just get up and walk out because they're upset about something? But no, everybody was really just like locked in, like they were learning something. You know what I mean? Like a good, in a sense, like a really, really, really good documentary that doesn't feel like a documentary in a sense. And you're just like, holy shit, like this type of thing happened to so many different people, or these type of people, these different cultures of people were just pointed out, oppressed, or called out for just being different, something that they cannot control, something that you're just born this way. Literally, you're just born this way. No, you're different, you know, whatever. And then the way that music brings so much together, I'm like, holy shit. Music and food are probably like the best things that people have, or that people bring together.
Look who gave, with money, of course, but was able to do the cooking and the catfish in town. Yeah. You know, so it's, you know, the point of the juke joint was, of course, there was the gambling element and there was the prohibition element and things of that nature, but kind of like very different, but kind of like drag shows were at some point. The juke joint was a safe house.
Yeah. And you
know, that's, you know, there's so much more to it than, you know, gambling and things like that. I mean, you look at the Delta Blues. Delta Blues would not have grown, it would not exist without the juke joint.
I will tell you, 2025 has not been a very safe place for juke joints.
No, not at all. Safe place for shit.
Welcome to Derry.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, I was going to get to the whole Welcome to Derry because it makes you think of the black spot. And it's two spots where it's just you can go there and be yourself till the whites come and fuck it up, pretty much. That's exactly what it was.
I wasn't even
vampires also kind of.
No, I'm not talking about the vampires. I'm talking about the clan. More so talking about the clan.
Well, you know, they were whites and they did come to fuck things up. You're right, but the other ones are vampires.
All I was gonna say is my favorite thing that I learned about this movie is the fact that like vampires are still not the worst thing to happen to black people in a vampire movie. Racism is still scarier than vampirism.
Wild, dude.
Wow.
And I'm just like, holy shit. Like, I mean, again, you go to Welcome to Derry, just that one episode because I didn't watch the last one yet. But what happened with the black spot? All the craziness they had to deal with before, like deal with Pennywise and then the racism. I'm like, yo,
interdimensional god clowns,
vampires. Yeah, in that situation, it's more like for white people, that's like the worst thing in the world. But for black people, it's just like, oh, okay, you adding that on top of that now? Now we got to deal with this.
Actually,
they can't be one or the other.
Can't be one or the other.
Nah.
Dude, yeah, they did so good in this. Do you have any expectations in this movie before you watched it? I felt like it was gonna. I mean, Ryan Coogler, the name brings a reverence to it. I think.
I did have expectation. After the internet has trained me to hate Disney, I was expecting for Michael B. Jordan to do karate because everybody was saying that this is Blade. Just because the black person and vampire. So yeah. I was expecting karate. I was disappointed. There was no karate at all. Internet.
This guy. Honestly, like I was just really, really excited for it. I was really excited for it when I first heard about it. As far as expectations go, I don't say I really had any expectations for it, but I was hopeful. I was hopeful it would be good. I was hopeful it would be a really good movie. And
it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling because to go into a movie and not have expectations. Not feel like the weight of the world on the movie.
It's one of those things I try to do more, especially getting into like podcasting and stuff. I try to do it more and more. I'm like, I cannot expect this movie to be this or that. I gotta just go in there as blind as possible.
Yeah,
it's a big reason why I don't watch trailers and shit, especially in the horror.
See, that's where I differ from you. Like the trailer actually helps. Like, and again, it's because I'm looking for technical things in the trailer, not the story, nothing else. Like, like if I know when I see a Marvel trailer, I'm going to see a Marvel trailer. I know even if it's not a great. Johnny, give me a bad Marvel movie. I'm not thinking of them right now.
Captain Marvel.
No, Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel is a good one. Hold on, no. You said a bad one.
Quantumania. Here's the thing. I didn't mind Quantumania because I went in with no expectations because I'm like, this dude's gonna be like fucking Star Wars. Who cares?
Black Widow.
I had a good time with it. Black Widow again. But those are the things when I watch a Marvel trailer, I'm like, I have no expectations of you until I see something like an Endgame or an Avengers or something like that, and I'm like, all right, I expect you to be good. This is like that's how you'd better be good.
That's how all movies should be met at, and because the internet it warped us up, so now we have to get expectations.
We don't have good faith movie critics anymore. Like we're really trying, but there's so many rage baiters because that's what people watch.
There's like a
trust me, I know. Like I
go to for really, really intense reviews.
And I watched the people who got into that and started growing, and I was like, have fun. Like I can't. I don't know how you can just hate shit before you even see it, or speculate on hating shit or what's going to happen. So when it comes to like watching a movie trailer, like I see it and I'm like, okay, that's a level of a movie I want to see.
But it's for me. It's also that, and then I want to go into a movie 100% as surprised as possible. So I don't want to see too much about it as far as trailers. No, I just want to go into it as blind as possible. And do I enjoy it or do I not enjoy it?
Yep.
But there's a difference for you versus me, because again, like when I'm watching it, like we watch it for different reasons. We've talked about that. Like again, the technical side is more important to me.
Yeah,
than that. So like, but if I'm watching and like if it looks like shit, but it keeps my attention all the way through in the trailer, I'm interested in giving it a chance. Because it might have a good story. It might have some performances that really like kind of blow me away. I've been let down that way. I'd say that much.
I'm a hardcore Xer, so like for me, the more I heard about this movie this year. I kind of kept putting it in the back a little bit because, and I was like, I really have, it takes a lot for a movie to live up to everything I've heard about it. So having to watch it for the show was good because I was like, okay, I'm expecting this to disappoint me.
Yeah, you know what?
First off, Trevor,
thank you. I was going to say thank you to Ryan Coogler because this trailer was actually kept things a secret. it doesn't, every trailer tends to show you what's going on and the end, all this shit. It actually gave that air of mystery of like what's going to happen in this movie. We know it's about vampires. We know it's taking place at a juke joint, things like that. You got little glimpses. But when I watched this trailer, I was like, this may not be a great horror movie. Ryan Coogler's never done this before, but this looks like a Ryan Coogler film, so I'm definitely going to go see this in theaters, right? Yeah. That's the level I'm talking, like when I see a trailer like for this, I'm like, or Weapons was another one where I'm like, the marketing did well, but it looked good. It looked interesting. There was interesting facts going on because there was a mystery around it. We put too much out in trailers, I do agree, but that's why I try to look for the technical side rather than
That's why I don't watch trailers. Is the reason is they usually put all the good parts in the trailer. Then you go watch the movie, you're like, the rest of the movie's shit. You're like, the fuck.
Yeah.
Well, that only usually happens at garbage movie studios like Sony and Warner Brothers. And I was really shocked that this garbage ass studio was able to release a trailer that hit the secrets, and they allowed Ryan Coogler to make a good movie and ain't write it off for a fucking tax write-off.
That's exactly what Frank Zappa would say if he was here about the movie.
And it really fucking pains me to say that Warner Brothers had a good year with movies, especially with this one being one of my favorites. So I'm happy this trash ass movie studio had a good movie. One of the best movies.
That was a year, yeah. I didn't see a shit ton from last year.
Warner Brothers. I fucking hate Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
how the internet treats Disney is how they should be treating Warner Brothers. Whatever.
Just treating both of them.
And that third act, because before I was going to cut you off earlier when you was talking about the grifters. The third act came to me and what they did. I was surprised there wasn't any more right-wing MAGA crazy people out there grifting, being mad at the third act when they when Michael B. Jordan killed all their heroes.
They didn't go see it.
They didn't go see this. This movie was way too educated for them to understand. They weren't going to go see this.
There were black people on the poster.
Yep. It's woke.
Yep.
Why all the good people get mowed down?
I don't think it will make sense. I'm just going to keep hoping my tractor's sexy.
Don't you try that stuff in a small town.
Why he killing all the good white people? They just trying to break the party up.
They're not on Grindr.
But I do love how that third act, this movie becomes a fucking Rambo movie. We get through the fucking horror movie, then we go straight into fucking Rambo at the end. He's throwing grenades and cars. I love that third act. I live for that third act. That final scene.
They reference soldier so many times. There had to be something.
Yeah.
But then it also made like, oh yeah, he was keeping the real shit for the real enemy.
Yeah.
You got to.
Yeah.
And he went on a solo mission. So he was like, I'm doing this shit myself.
Exactly. It was also like, hey, guess what I can do since your country trained my ass?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have fun with this.
And what's crazy is that's why I didn't hate the vampire. I didn't hate Remick all the way, because Remick told him the truth. Remick was like, "Hey, look, they coming here, they're coming back here, and they're gonna take what they want." I'm like, thanks, Remick.
He's happiness through ignorance.
Yeah.
And it was also intriguing because it kind of presented vampires like the Borg.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, a bourgeoisie Borg. So
I kind of wish they teamed up at the end. Took them all out.
Well, one of the things that I dearly loved about this movie was the ending. Because it ends with Sam is an older gentleman, is played by one of the few people alive who can remember people before Muddy Waters, like Big Bill Boozy and things like that. And that is Mr. Buddy motherfucking Guy. And I'll tell you why he's a motherfucker. And it's a good thing. But Buddy Guy he released an album this year. He is the cornerstone of what Chicago blues should be. But to get an idea, a lot of the major early records, especially on RCA, I think, of Muddy Waters featured Buddy Guy. Buddy Guy was the protege of Muddy Waters.
Oh.
So Buddy Guy being Sam is very important because Buddy Guy is the closest thing we have to like one of the legends, back in the day. Also, I said I was going to tell you about the mofo thing. About 15 years ago, I got really, really lucky. One of his albums was Work to Americana, and I got a chance to interview Buddy Guy. I got a chance to interview him about working with Muddy Waters, and he was amazing, and he was funny, and he was like, no, he didn't. He just assumed that I was recording not live. And I learned afterwards that anybody who had interviewed him before, it was a running joke. Don't air it live. Because apparently Muddy and the whole crew, Willie Dixon, people like that, referred to each other as motherfuckers all the time. And that was what they called each other as a term of endearment, especially when they were really drunk. And he just talked about the time period. He's a really sweet guy. One of the best interviews I've ever had. I would say, if there is a blues musician performing today, as far as old school that should be given the respect, it's Buddy Guy.
Oh yeah, dude, and I thank you for sharing that. I love that story.
I love that story so much.
That's fucking awesome.
Did you ask him like after the vampire attack what happened? Like, how did he get into the music industry?
I see what you did there, man. Hey, cuz.
Let's make it real. Let's make it more. Let's make it nonfiction.
Serious question, cuz. If you're Pearline's husband, would you come and try to square it up with Sammy the next day after you found out what happened?
Listen, man. I mean, the next day,
what are you gonna Stacker still alive?
There's not much you're gonna be able to do.
So you're not gonna try to square it up. You're not gonna try to square it up with Sam after the next day. You ain't gonna be looking for him.
It would have been a terrible like joke in such a serious tone movie, but it would have been kind of funny. Is if when you see like his husband walking in down the road, pissed off, going to fight Sammy because he heard she was there, and like he just starts seeing the Klan getting flagged, and he just turn around
like, nope, I'm cool. I'll see him later. Yeah, because honestly, like, that's the one character we don't even meet him. That's the one character I feel bad for. He got cheated on, then she died, so you don't know where the hell his wife went. He probably just thinks that she skipped town.
Damn, I didn't even think. You don't even think about that because all you're thinking about is that good time that everybody's having until they're not.
Yep. I'm like, she's
like literally until they're not, and then it's just like, oh shit.
And like there were two people cheating. Both women were cheating.
Yeah, but Mary's husband was white and racist, so whatever.
That was
this other guy was in there,
James. I was like, well, Mary's husband's getting cheated on too, and I was like, you know what? He's white.
Yeah,
and I guess like I was like, yeah.
Oh man.
Because honestly, when Stat got bit, I couldn't even be mad at Stat because Mary said something to him before that happens, and I'm like, honestly, if that was me, I would have folded too. I would have turned it up if I heard.
Yeah, you can. No, she says something. She says something cool, like you've robbed banks, you've stolen from the mafia, but you can't steal this pussy for a night.
Yeah, exactly.
Immediately, it's like,
I would look to my left, I'll look to my right, I'll make sure my brother's not watching. I'm like, okay, that's.
Oh man.
I'm like, so I can't even blame you.
Then to get bit, your brother's like, yo, how'd you get called? Like, yo, she said.
Yeah.
All right, that would have got me too.
Exactly. Yeah. I ain't mad at you.
Questions about this movie. I'd love to know what everybody thinks about it. One, well, after this question, I want to praise Michael B. Jordan's double performance in this.
Yes,
and how different they were. But also Grace. Are we mad at her for letting them in?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm mad at Grace. I'll tell you why I'm mad at Grace.
Okay.
She
we don't
she
get
lets
it,
them
though,
in
a little bit.
She lets him in, and then she does that weak ass throw that he dodged, and then they both get caught on fire.
That was a weak ass throw. He literally smacked it into the wall.
Like, that was a weak ass. That was a weak ass. Her husband could have taught her to throw better. That was a weak ass.
I like how she was burning. They turned into like a Pompeii thing. She was like all ash, just sitting there on top of them. They're like,
oh yeah, yeah. I'm like, so that was your plan. That was your plan. You were gonna bring him in, do that weak ass throw, and then burn to death with your husband. That was.
So she basically sent it out. She could have. They could have like shut up, close the door. But she said, because my husband's dead and they're going to have my daughter, you're dying too. Everybody, come on in.
And she killed her husband, by the way. She the one, she the main one, be like, hey, go get the car. He want to stay there being for his friend.
What does that do? Like, don't you want to ensure they're all dead? Because he already said, we know everything about like where she is, what she's doing. Like, so when you kill a husband, you die too. Do you think they're just like, no, yeah, they're like, kill the rest. We're gonna leave your daughter alone when we kill the rest of the town.
Yeah, that's the second. That's the second character I feel bad for now, Mick, because you just reminded me that she orphaned her daughter. So now you got a widower and an orphan.
She could have fought to survive and go be with her.
Yeah,
you gonna do.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Now I would tell you, man. I really love that scene when Remick meets him at the door, and he rats out the clan. And I love when Smoke is talking to his brother, and his brother's all vampire-fied, and he's just like, we've been running around looking for freedom. This is the way. And then when he said, I ain't doing this shit without you. And honestly, I was thinking about like, who in my family would I have that relationship like Smoke, where I'm like, okay, I won't be bit, because he was about to. If they didn't stop him, he was about to be bit to be reunited with his brother. And I'm like, I think maybe my baby sister. Like my baby sister got turned. She's the one who can get me. I'm like,
do you think they stopped him because like they didn't want him to become a vampire, or they stopped him because they're like, if you go to that side, everyone's fucked?
I think it's a bit of both. I think it's a bit of both.
It's a doppelganger thing.
It's like we need one of you on our end.
One, I mean, Stack is definitely the one that seems to make really, really bad generalized decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes sense that of the mirror, he's the one that will be more easily pulled in.
Yeah.
Where Smoke is business.
Yep.
Things are
Smoke
black and white.
Yeah. I keep messing them up.
So Smoke, Smoke is the one who remained human. Stack is the one who became a vampire.
Yeah. So the beauty about Stack, because the red version, because I'm a little tired. It's been a long day. The beauty about his character following it all the way through is like he tempts everyone on their vices or whatever else. He's relentless with it, and he cannot say no to temptation.
Yep.
It's insanity that they played that off so well. He knows how to tempt so well. He's wearing the red, like the visuals, everything about it, the character development. But like I was watching him, and like when he was talking to Slim, and he immediately was like, "Well, I have this beer here." And it's like, you will, you're the devil, man. You will tempt anybody.
Yeah.
Your brother just trying to stay disciplined, stay going, be good. But it's him who gets him in trouble. That's why, and he still is willing to become a vampire. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
That love, man. That's a powerful thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a powerful thing. And another thing about like the movie that I love, because everybody on the internet, they try to say how each character represents like a deadly sin, and they try to say that Smoke was prideful, and they try to use that moment at the very end where he ripped off the medallion as pride, saying like he's above religion. And I'm like, that's a weird way to read that scene. I just read it as he was ready to give up at that point. He lost everybody in that one night.
Yeah,
I'm like, that was not pride at all.
There's a religious element to this film.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the Roman Catholic religion the Irish brought with them, very oppressive, a lot of repression and oppression within the church. Slaves that came from West Africa, it was oppressed, but found ways to get around it. Yoruba, and mixing it with the Catholic Church, all that stuff to keep shit alive.
Yeah. So yeah, I never read that as pride. I read that as he's ready to join the ancestors. I'm like, you lost
he couldn't bite his brother when he had the thing on.
Yeah, he couldn't get bit,
so
or
there was a supernatural element to it.
Yeah.
Which I thought really worked. And I don't know what that was. She might have put garlic in there. I had no idea.
It's Mojo. It was his blood.
Delta Slim's an interesting.
No, I get that, but I mean, I don't know if there because he toes the line really well between the supernatural and realism.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So like, what could she have put into it or whatever? So I love that element of it. But yeah, that like when when he takes it off, I looked at that as like he's done. Like his brother's gone, she's gone, everybody's gone.
Yeah.
What's left? Sammy is now like safe. He doesn't have to do it anymore. They're all dead. So he knew his brother and Mary, who were in the building, are safe. That's why they were locked in.
Yeah.
So like he did everything he needed to do. So that's why when he pulled it off, like that to me was like him saying, "I'm willing to go home," making that beautiful scene where he sees his baby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Later, just so much more impactful. But yeah, that. I didn't take that as a
as he's being prideful or above. Yeah, I'm like, that was a weird way to read that moment. I'm like, okay.
Actually, what I was kind of going for was more the aspect of, I didn't really notice that or take that, but I kind of also take it as a fact that, you look at the religions that were brought from Europe are more oppressive or oppressive. There's guilt. African religions are polytheistic, and a lot of it is done for appreciation. And it's a totally different mindset on religion. And yet again, you have the Irish there who start putting everybody together into this assimilated Christian society.
Okay, so, I don't like how you're talking about the Irish.
Well, I mean, in this film, I mean, I'm majority of me is Irish.
Now, Mick, as our resident Irishman, do you guys often go into the middle of the woods with a bunch of black people and sing the Rocky Road to Dublin?
Fucking every weekend. Every single weekend, because every black person I meet is like, yeah, I'll take a journey through the woods with you. By
the way, that is everybody wants to bring up the whole blues section when you see the history of music, especially black music, as like the scene that stands out. The one that stands out for me is the Rocky Road to Dublin. First off, I love the mix. I love the version that they did. And honestly, if I was in that juke joint and I heard them singing that, I would join them. Because I'm like, that's hard. I'm just like, okay, I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You know what my favorite part was? Go back and watch that scene again and watch everyone behind him. And every single person dancing is in tune with it.
Yeah,
except Michael B. Jordan. He cannot get this. He can't get it. It's so funny. Like he keeps going off beat. And I was watching him like, this dude. He must have been tired that night. He must have been like, doing a lot double duty.
But you know what though? That could have been intentional, because you remember at the very end when he's confronting Smoke and he's just after he killed Annie and he's like, "The fuck you did that for, man? I had it all figured out, man." I'm like, maybe. Stack had like an ulterior motive, like maybe the hive mind didn't really work for him like it should have, and maybe he had like an ulterior motive.
I think he was tired pulling double duty.
We can go with that. we can go with that. But I feel like there might have been an ulterior motive, especially he's just like, "The fuck wrong with you, man?" Like I'm like, okay, hold on, you got a plan.
He had 2 different dialects for each fucking character.
I got a business question.
There's the Ruben dialect. It's really awesome in the film.
If he plays 2 characters, does he get 2 checks?
Wait, what?
No.
He played 2 characters. Does he get 2 checks?
No, he gets one big ass check.
He's got one really big check, and I don't blame him.
Because he's also the producer of this movie.
He tore it down.
Oh, nice.
Well, here's the thing: we've already deemed as a collective that this is not just a masterpiece of horror. This is a masterpiece of cinema.
Yeah,
and to approach a filmmaker or an auteur that you put, let's do some biggies: Akira Kurosawa, Ingmar Bergman, Federico Fellini.
Okay.
When you put those, that means that anything in that film could and most likely has meaning.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this film and you're thinking, well, maybe this means this, maybe, even if it doesn't, a master filmmaker will put things in there that'll make you have an experience separate from other people.
Yeah.
So You know, you guys talking back and forth is a beautiful example of why this film is not an overrated masterpiece.
Yep.
In fairness, Johnny and I do this all the time.
No matter how much Variety wants to make it a overrated masterpiece, because Variety want to check everybody's pockets and saying this movie needs to make more money.
I'm not going to stay here.
Fuck
what
Warner
my favorite
Brothers.
movie of the year is. Tune in tomorrow night or listen to the podcast and know, because we'll be doing our list tomorrow. But this is up there. Maybe number one. I don't know. You'll have to tune in and find out. But that's bullshit what Variety is saying.
You could tune in an hour and you find out my number one.
There you go.
Synergy.
I got to leave the cliffhanger, man. I don't want to leave all of everybody out. Make sure the show tomorrow.
So, before we're not spinning the wheel tonight because there is a movie, which we did mention earlier, that I've been wanting Trevor to watch for a while. And the best way to get Trevor to watch a movie is for us to review it.
Mm-hmm.
And the movie is this right here, The Sadness.
Oh, I've seen this like 3-4 times.
Oh, well, I want to talk about it with you then.
Trevor already seen it.
It's a great film.
I want to discuss it with you then, Trevor.
Man, I never thought about eyeballs the same way again.
I thought Trevor's the one who recommended that movie.
I think I did.
He was the one that recommended it.
No, I remember finding it on accident, and then me and you reviewed it. But yeah, either way, it's something that I've been wanting to discuss with. I forgot Trevor had seen it, so
this shit is wild.
It's a good movie.
Wild is an understatement. And
I'm in for part 2 of The Sadness.
It's a good way to kick it off,
which was last year's kickoff.
I don't know, 2023 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
It was like one of the first movies of 23 or 4, and it was just like, oh my,
I don't remember. Too many episodes.
Oh my fucking goodness! Holy shit!
Sadness.
This is wild.
So very nice.
As we're going next to The Sadness, and I can't fucking wait. And after that, we're getting to the wheel. I promise we're getting to the wheel. But
all right, the wheel of fortune, the wheel of misfortune,
The Sadness. Can't wait. But Sinners, guys, what a movie!
Yeah. Is it okay if I geek out about the music just a little bit?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So there is a lot of talk about the music in this film, but the music is so amazingly important. And that goes for the vampires, and that goes for Smoke and Stack and their entire family and friends. But 1932 is a very important year in blues. So yes, there's definitely a reference to Robert Johnson. Now, Robert Johnson supposedly around that year sold his soul to the devil. Mm-hmm. Now, like a lot of blues and a lot of other things, stories grew that, weren't necessarily true. But Robert Johnson's this tale can actually be taken back to his friendship with Jimmy Rogers and Son House, who refused to say it's not true. And that's how that became. So at the same time, 1932 was the year that the Mills Brothers, who were very influential, eventually doo-wop, but were a little bit more folky than blues. But the St. Louis Blues was written by W.C. Handy in 1914. And W.C. Handy, hands down, is probably the Mozart of black music. That's 1932. Also, this one I did not know, and I don't know how I did not know this because I do love the Rudy Ray Moore film. But a very popular bluesman in 1932 was Petey Wheatstraw. And Petey Wheatstraw actually recorded a song called The Devil's Son-in-Law, which eventually became a Rudy Ray Moore comedy. But this is an actual guy. And then the year before, Skip James records a song called Hard Times on the Killing Floor, which is also represented. This is a core time for blues and Delta blues. And Delta blues, it started telling a little bit of a rougher story. Nice. Like the blues got more of an attitude. and around
Trevor,
the
the guy who
1930s.
sold the Cell of the Devil, is that the story where is that the Crossroads?
Crossroads,
Yeah,
yeah,
yep,
great movie. Yeah, Robert Johnson's is The Crossroads, and this kind of tells the story of Robert Johnson if deconstructed.
Okay.
But no, it's I watched the movie and then I just started digging through my random collection of music and just listening to blues.
And I just want to.
Then now, yeah.
I just also want to shout out the music as well, just the music of the film by Ludwig Göransson, who is a wonderful composer, and he is like a musical genius. Like he produced not only movies, but he also produces rap albums. He works with Childish Gambino, and so it's just I'm always continue to be impressed when you get composers from the hip hop genre into filmmaking, and him working with Coogler and even with Nolan to some degree. He just shows how much of a genius he is, and he's probably one of the best composers of our time. And I got Lars Ulrich to do a riff.
Boo!
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, you don't like
one real
Lars.
quick thing as far as music.
Master.
Did anybody else catch that Saul Williams was the father?
Oh yeah, his dad.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
As far as rap from the early 2000s that was closest to political slam and in your face, it was Saul Williams.
Yeah.
So that right there, it was like, bam. You know, it's like that was the guy in the 90s that didn't mind saying what was on his mind.
Absolutely.
Going back to Lars really quick, I seen something today. I don't know if it's real or not. He's dating Sydney Sweeney
Lars?
from Metallica.
Really? I thought
seen it.
I thought Lars was dead. He's still alive?
Oh, he's still alive.
He's
He's
still
suing
alive.
everybody who uses the songs.
Oh, okay. I thought Lars was dead.
In my best Dave Mustaine accent, he's an asshole.
Yeah, he's alive. He dating? No, he can't be dead dating her.
Can't be dead dating her.
I seen it somewhere. I didn't believe
not the
it
worst
either. I was
thing
like,
she's done this year. Trust me.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, you said Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
It could be.
I was thinking Sabrina Carpenter. Okay, yeah, I don't give a fuck about Sydney Sweeney. Yeah, she a Nazi herself.
Holy shit. What a way to end an episode. Sydney Sweeney's a Nazi herself.
I'm saying.
Oh, man. Well. Horror Research 30, 8 fucking years, guys.
Happy anniversary again. And
years.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Grandizer, Chad. Happy New Year. I seen your comments.
Yeah, Happy New Year to everybody out there. Happy New Year to the chat. Happy New Year to everyone. Yes. And I can't wait for next week. Like I'm real excited for this year as far as the shows and shit go. So just tune in, buckle up with us, and shout out to Sturdy Slashers. Let's have an awesome fucking year of horror. With that said, I'll see you in your nightmares. Peace.